It is another factor which decides the temperature of a place. That is, the place which is near to equator will experience a high temperature than the place which is far from the equator. So, what is that factor it is? It is latitude we see here. In seventh class, you have studied that Nigeria. Nigeria is a African country that is near to equator, and you also studied about France, which is also what you call somewhat north to that. And here we will study Arctic tundra region, right, which is above the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So it is near to the north, almost near to the north place, that is the tundra region. And we also know that the equatorial regions like Indonesia, which are very hot throughout the year, and they do not have winter, that is Indonesian people, and it becomes colder, and there are separate summer and winter season. Let us look at the temperatures of places which are near to the equator and far from the equator with an example which will tell you very clearly. Dear students, here we will take the example of Singapore, Shanghai, Vladivostok to understand that the temperature is high at equator and temperature is low far from the equator. To understand this point, that in the sense the latitudes, in other words, okay, that at lower latitudes the temperature is high, at higher latitudes temperature is low. What is mean by lower latitude? It is 0 degree equator, that is a lower latitude. Then higher latitude in the sense it is 90 degrees north pole or south pole, or it may be 66, some 67, like that after Tropic of Cancer. So moving from lower latitudes to higher latitudes, there is decline in the temperature gradually. So how the temperature decreases? Let us see, taking the example of Singapore, Shanghai, and Vladivostok. These are the three places which will tell us instant. The graph phi is given here. Look at, my dear student, this is a graph phi, shows temperatures at three places. The blue curved line, this blue curved line is showing the temperature throughout the year for Vladivostok, and the red curved line shows the temperature at Shanghai throughout the year, and the green line, which is almost a straight line, shows the temperature recorded at Singapore throughout the year. So where is Vladivostok? Vladivostok is a place in Russia. It is a place in Russia. Shanghai, which is in China, right? This is somewhat down to the Vladivostok. Singapore, it is at equator. So how does temperature is recorded here? You see here. Average temperature per year is given here. At Vladivostok, the average temperature throughout the year is 3.9 degrees Celsius. How much it is? 3.9 degree Celsius, right? And whereas in Shanghai, the temperature is throughout the year, that is average temperature throughout the year is 15.3 degree Celsius. Whereas in Singapore, it is 27.8 degree Celsius. Understand? So how does the averages are taken, which we have seen already in the last class? Average temperatures is the averages of maximum and minimum temperatures for January, like that February, March, April, and all that will be divided with the number of months. See, the average temperature is the average of maximum and minimum temperatures for that month. That is what you call in the three lines it is shown in the graph. In this map, India has been divided into different seasons, different sections, each marked with a different color. Right here it is there. So how it is calculated? The graph 5, it is showing here the graph 5, the temperatures of the three places. In the last column of the key, the average temperature for the whole year is shown. Last column, in the sense below the graph. This is the key, right? Temperature recorded in every month is different for these three places. But what is shown in the key here, the key, that is average temperature for the whole year at Vladivostok is 3.9 degrees centigrade, at Shanghai 15.3 degrees centigrade, and at Singapore 27.8 degree centigrade. So how it is calculated? This is calculated by taking maximum and minimum temperature readings for every month. That means in the last class I told for January month, every day the temperature of maximum and minimum is recorded, right? All that maximum and minimum temperature for every month is added, and it is divided by the total number of readings taken in that month. Then what do we get? We get average temperatures on an average day in that month. So taking the averages for every month and summing up, okay, summing up of average temperatures of every month and what to call dividing by the total number of recordings which we have taken for this year, we will get what you call an average day temperature throughout the year. That means every day from January to December, an average the temperature is 3.9 degrees centigrade at Vladivostok, 15.3 degrees centigrade at Shanghai, and in the same manner, the average day temperature on average day, and at every day, an average the temperature at Singapore 27.8 degree centigrade, right? So we might use these numbers to answer a question like this: is Singapore an average warmer than Shanghai or not? Where does the temperature is high? Is it at Shanghai or at Singapore? The Singapore recorded 27.8 degrees centigrade, whereas Shanghai recorded 15.3 degree centigrade. So which of these two places are warmer? That is Singapore. So where is Singapore? Singapore is near to equator, right? Whereas Shanghai is somewhat far from the equator. So the places this temperatures given here in the key below the map, the key shows the temperatures per average a day. So these figures tells that the places which are near to equator usually get more heat, and places far away from the equator will have lower average temperatures throughout the year, right? So this is graph tells us that a particular factor is there which influence the temperature, that is latitude, right? This we have seen in the lower classes also. At 0 degree latitude, insolation is high. There the sun rays fall vertically, right? And moving from equator to the either north pole or south pole, we see that gradually the insolation received by a region decreases because of slant falling of sun rays, or what you call incidence, angle of incidence we have discussed, right? So their angle of incidence increases moving to the north and south, so that the insolation received at north and south will be less, so that those places are heated very less. So they record very less temperatures or lower temperatures throughout the year, right? And further, you see that Vladivostok, this is in Russia. Dear students, I'll show those three places roughly. Okay, see, just you see the dot. Here you will find, once again, here we will find Russia. There, Vladivostok is there. This is China. In China, what is there? Shanghai is there. And this, the line, middle of the line, that is what equator. Exactly on at equator we find Indonesia. Here Indonesia on equator, and moving somewhat north you will find here Shanghai, and further far from equator at Russia near to the poles, here it is Vladivostok, right? That means at Vladivostok the temperature is 3.9 degrees centigrade, because there the sun rays fall very what to call sun rays fall what to call with inclination. That means there is a slant falling in the sense it does not fall directly there. There will be somewhat tilt in what to call falling the sun rays. So the places far from the equator will receive less temperatures, will receive less insolation. The places which are far from the equator will receive less insolation and records less temperatures, and the places which are near to the equator will receive high insolation and records high temperatures. So what is the factor here? That is the latitude, right? At lower latitudes the temperature is what you call high, and at higher latitudes the temperature is low. So this is another factor which decides the temperature, right? So far we have completed three factors regarding the temperature, what you call effects and strength. That is the temperature influence. That is one, we have seen that the temperature near to the temperature at a place which is near to the water body will have moderate temperature. That is land water distribution we have seen. Taking the example of Hyderabad and Goa. Goa is near to water body, near to water body, and Hyderabad is far from a water body. That is right. So the place that is a Goa, as it is near to water body, there it is a maritime climate, and Hyderabad far from the water body, so there the climate is continental climate. So we said that one factor is there, that what the place which are far from the water bodies will experience high temperatures than the places which are near to the sea. That is one factor, right? And second is that height of the place, right? The temperature at hill stations is less than the temperatures near the earth's surface. For this also we have taken one example, that is Delhi and Simla, right? Delhi located at 200 meters from the sea level, whereas Simla located at 2,200 meters from the sea level. So Simla records what you call less temperatures than the what you call Delhi. The second factor, there is a height, right? And third factor we have seen, that is places which are near to equator will experience high temperatures than the places far from the equator. This also we completed just now, taking the example Vladivostok, Shanghai, and Singapore, right? Now we will see that temperature maps instead. See, our India is a very vast country. Understand? It is a vast country, and the temperatures varies from one region to another region in our India. Understand? If you want to find out which places are hotter and which places are cooler, then you need to go through the atlas showing the temperature of India. Understand? So the map showing the temperatures at different places of India are called temperature maps. In lower class we studied what kind of a map we call it is. It is a thematic maps. What that thematic? Because one particular thing is shown in the map, right? What is that particular thing here? Temperature. Temperature is a particular thing that is shown in a map is called temperature maps. So look at the atlas uh, to find out the map of India and to know the average temperatures in the January. After completing the class, you go through the what to call a temperature maps of India and find out the temperatures recorded in the month of January instead. So the temperature recorded in the month of January is averages of maximum and minimum temperatures for that month, right? In January month, every day there is a recording of maximum temperature and minimum temperature. So almost 30 days will come in January. So if they record every day, then 30 days maximum and minimum temperatures are what you call added, and that is divided with the what you call total number of records. How many numbers we recorded, how many times we recorded the temperature? 30 days. So 30, it will be divided with 30. Then what do we get? We get average temperature per day in the month of January, right? So if you open the atlas, there you will find the average temperatures per day recorded in the month of January instead, and that is marked with a different color. Understand? See, temperature is also shown with the different colors. Understand? The lowest temperature will be shown with one particular color, and highest temperature also shown with another color. Understand? So here by referring to the key, you can find out the average temperatures in January in each of these sections. Understand? What you call? Let's move to that this one, the place in Hyderabad in the month of January. See, the table here is given. See, you are asked to find the temperatures in the January month. It is given here. See, at Hyderabad, which is at 17 degrees north latitude. Dear students, this is the place. Yes, this is Hyderabad. What is their LAT? LAT means latitude. So where is located Hyderabad? Hyderabad located at 17 degrees north latitude, right? That is in Telangana state. And there the temperature recorded in the month of January is 20 degree Celsius and 22.5 degrees Celsius. That means the temperature varies similarly, slightly varies from 20 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius to 22.5 degrees Celsius. And it is asked to you, fill the temperature recorded in the month of January at Agra, which is in UP, Madurai in Tamil Nadu, and Nagpur of what to call Madhya Pradesh, sorry, Maharashtra. Understand? So here, according to this map, there is no place in India that has an average temperature higher than 30 degrees centigrade. That means if you see this table, you have to fill by taking the atlas. Dear students, after the class, you have to open atlas, that open India political map showing the temperature. Okay, there are different maps we find in atlas. That is crops cultivated in India, temperature distribution in India, rainfall distribution in India. So what we are studying here, temperature. So you should take the map showing temperature distribution in India, especially in the month of January, and identify these places, Agra, Madurai, Nagpur, where they are, and see that what is the temperature recorded there using that map. Then you will find that the temperature does not exceed 30 degrees Celsius in the month of January in any part of India. Understand? So there may be some January days, maybe some January days in some places that do not get hotter than 30 degrees centigrade. That means throughout India, if you take any place, any region, the temperature does not go above 30 degrees Celsius in the month of January. Understand? And what you call it is what you call highest average temperature recorded in the month of January, where it is that does not go 30 degree Celsius. Understand? Right? That means the temperatures in the winter, it is January comes under winter season, right? In winter, the temperature does not exceed 30 degrees Celsius. Then moving further to the what you call this north. Why is north cooler in winter? Right here it is there. See, this is look at the following table. It shows the time of sunrise and sunset in different cities in India on 10th January. Right, and you are asked to write answer to some questions asked below this one. Okay, see here what is there. Hyderabad, at Hyderabad the sun rises at 6 hours 49 minutes and sun sets at 5 evening 5 hours 58 minutes. Right, like that it is given. Agra 7 hours 9 minutes sun rises. uh, then sun sets at 5 hours 42 minutes. Madurai, Nagpur, Vishakhapatnam, these are given. And here the question is asked here. Look at this table. In which of these six cities does the sun rise first? There in the table given six cities, right? So in which of these city the temperature, the sun rises first? Then you should see that the time that is given here 6 hours 2 minutes. It is the first, right? That is at Nagaland. Where is Nagaland? It is a northeastern region, right? That means completely at extreme east. We find Nagaland. There is a city Kohima, right? It is a capital city, right? There it is there. There it sun rises by 6 hours 2 minutes. That is the answer you have to write to the question given in this box based on the table, right? In which of these cities does the sun set last? Okay, look at the sunset, which is the timing is lost. That is, it is given that is 6 hours 12 minutes, Madurai, Tamil Nadu. their what to call sunsets last, understand, right? By evening it is 6 hours, what to call 12 minutes, that is sunset last, understand. So like that remaining questions you have to answer here, understand, right? So this is what to call